Looking back at my last 3D printed PC build, there were definitely some improvements to be made. The print quality wasn't quite where I wanted it to be, the side panels warped, the interior was a tangled mess of cables, and after extended use it started to overheat. This time around, I wanted to create an even smaller, cleaner design that fixed all of those issues. I'm keeping the same core components as before, the Yeston RTX 3050, which I've modified by removing the IO shield to make use of the two mounting threads at the back and save every bit of space possible. Powering the system is the HDPlex 250W power supply, which provides just enough headroom for this compact setup. The motherboard is a mini ITX A520i from Gigabyte, paired with a 1TB NVMe drive, 16GB of RAM, and a Ryzen 5 3600. For cooling, I'm using the Noctua NH-L12S, which keeps things efficient while maintaining a total height of just under 50mm when mounted. After a lot of trial and error, I finally landed on a design I'm happy with. The power supply mounts directly to the bottom panel, with the GPU sitting just above it on the top, keeping the whole case as low as the CPU cooler itself. The vents are placed on both sides and above the cooler, with the fan flipped to exhaust straight out of the top. Instead of bulky corner mounts, 4 pillars from the top lid are aligned with the motherboard holes, letting 4 bolts from underneath clamp the whole case together. Each panel also has locating tabs to lock everything firmly in place. This time around, I'm using a USB-C port and power switch module I sourced online. I've designed a round power button with locking tabs to prevent it from slipping out, while the switch assembly secures it firmly in place from behind. And that's it, the build is finally complete. It turned out even better than I expected, coming in at just 2.8 litres. Everything fit together nicely in the end, though I'd be lying if I said it wasn't a little tricky to assemble. Now, let's see how it performs. The results were a lot better than the last build. Flipping the CPU fan alone dropped the temps by at least 10 degrees. GPU temperatures were a bit better too, though still slightly on the high side, most likely because it sits directly above the power supply. They are well within acceptable limits, but swapping their positions could have helped even more, though that would mean slightly increasing the case size. Overall, the system ran flawlessly for hours without a single hiccup. There's still room for refinement, and I'm pretty confident the build could get even smaller. And that wraps up the 2.8 litre build. It took a lot of trial and error, but the final result turned out way better than expected. I'll be leaving the build files in the description below, so I'd love to see more improved versions of the case.